and gentlemen, welcome to the Slammed Up Comedy Night. Yeah! That's better. Yeah, perfect. Give us a cheer. I don't know if I'm going to split people two ways immediately when I first start speaking, but give us a cheer if you've just finished your exams. Yes! There are people there. Give us a cheer then if you've just finished your degree. Give us a cheer if you're not far away from finishing those exams. Yeah! It's going to be a great feeling when you walk out of that like exam hall right at the very end. How long have you got?
1 day.
Oh, such a nice, like, timid, calm audience. How long have you got, everyone? About 2 days. I'll write it down. I actually finished. I finished mine yesterday. So I finished my degree. So there's this kind of yeah, I think so. There's this kind of real like bittersweet feeling coming out, thinking, yeah, I'm done. And I was one of the first people out because I was on the road, like right on the very left, and so I was watching everybody else come out, and everybody, you know, a good 200 strong people, all came out and went. That kind of question, just what now? And I've still not answered that. I've answered it temporarily with just a lot of alcohol, which is kind of solving the problem at the minute. And I'm just going to keep doing that until it stops solving the problem, which could be tomorrow morning, or it could be in about 25 years' time. We'll see. How are we all feeling? Are we all okay? Yeah? Yeah? We're going to have a good night ahead? Yeah, we are. Yeah, be really sure of that, like certain. We are definitely going to have a good night ahead. So we'll try one time. We're going to have a good night tonight. Yeah, that's a lot better. As you can see, I'm not just alone. I am joined on stage by both poets and comedians. Some of them are a crossover of two things, but for tonight, they're very much poets and comedians. What's going to happen tonight is we're going to pit these two against each other in a big old battle of comedy versus poetry. And it's going to happen round by round. So we're going to pick some names out of a very pint-shaped hats. Going to randomly pick some names from some hats, and they're going to go against each other, one round at a time. And at the end of each round, you guys are going to vote with your great red peppers and green peppers and red tomatoes. God, green tomatoes. With your great, green, fuck it. With your voting cards. And you're going to vote, and I'm going to try and count these cards, and we will pick the winner, and after the end of it all, the 5 rounds, we're going to find out who is victorious overall. Yeah, so very exciting things. I've never seen anything like this done before. I'm really excited. Who have you guys got your money on?
Comedian.
Poetry.
Okay, so there's a bit of a 50. Another great moment of timidness from you all there as well. It's like, who do you guys think? Good comedy? So, without any further ado, I'm going to introduce you the two teams. I'm going to ask the captains to stand up now, and they're going to introduce their teams for you, because I don't want to talk too much. So, let's go with the comedy first. Oh, are you team captain? Are you team captain? Yeah? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Ashley Dutton. Yeah! Introduce your team.
I resent Tyler making me stand up, because it turns out I can't stand up very quickly in this skirt. Number 1, we have Nick Charlesworth. The bearded man who's famously been called the one-man pervert variety hour.
He's not wrong.
Mr. Ludo Tonelli! This man finished his exams today and could also be called to play for the Italian World Cup football team at any point. Me! I was sat there. Mr. Ellis Tucker! Finished his degree yesterday, but not really, because he's doing a master's, because he's a loser.
Yay!
There you go. And then Mr. Daniel Maroney! You finished your exams today, didn't you, Dan?
Yeah.
Bodes well. Back to you, Tyler.
Perfect. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, so these are the comedy of this evening. But let's go swiftly straight over to poetry. Poetry. Can the team captain please stand up? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ben Norris. Can you please introduce your team? But you'd have to come over here because the mic length is leaves much to be desired.
A lot of men suffer from it, Tyler. So doing the poetry will be Jack the Scarecrow. Give him a hand. Look, we got jokes. You can't do poetry, so like all the ammunition. Shut up. We'll see who's laughing when you do the non-funny jokes, Nick. Hey! Then no one will be laughing. Look, there's poets to introduce and their egos are much more fragile because we don't require auditory validation for our art. So, oh shit. Ben the Peter Jackson. Here's my hand. Look, you gave them loads more applause. His name's Ben. Alright, James not from Bolton Dalton, how about that? And Lily. She's great. Alright, cheers.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. Yeah, thank you. And that is the poetry of this evening. I really like that trash talk. I quite like that. With that in mind, can I get the two team captains up? And we're going to do like a real trash talk. You know, I don't know if you've ever seen wrestling, but before the matches, they say like really weird things. So can we just get you guys up here to do a bit of trash talk for your teams? I like that. Even though you guys are very timid and just very nice, these guys, let's get real horrible. Hey, who's going to go first? Ben, it's over you. What have you got to say to the comedians, Ben?
Were you ignored as a child?
Tough words. You got to answer that question. Actually, got to answer that question the only way you know how.
I think I'm going to answer that with yes, probably.
Yeah, this isn't going where I wanted it.
It really wasn't. My parents love me.
Yeah, I mean, you're just getting nicer now. Now this is trash talk. This is trash. Come on, Ben, say something.
My
Come
parents
on.
love me and read to me. Yours probably didn't, did they? They just left you to watch telly later than you should have done. Drink. Here we are. Never had it, Dad.
This is going some really dark, weird places. So
You've got words, yeah. We've got penis jokes, probably.
Phrases!
Yeah, that was kind of a little more of what I was after, but great trash talk in there. Sit down. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, right. So we've had our pre-match trash talk, I think. So we're going to go straight in, and we're going to pick some names from some hats. But let's get the audience to do it. Can I get you, lovely lady, to come and pick a name from the pint glass hat for us, and read it out? I'll give you the microphone. Are you ready?
Green hat. Oh. Dan M.
Dan Maroney will be playing the first round, but who will Dan Maroney be playing against? You lovely lady, can you come and pick a name from the poetry hat glass and shout it out for us? Yeah, go on, yeah, do that. Yeah, more of that. No, into the microphone.
Jack Crow.
Okay, great. Okay, so we have our first two for round one. I think I need to pass over quickly before we begin to Becca, who's going to speak a little bit about the play that we're fundraising for tonight. So can we please have a big warm welcome to Becca? Thank you very much.
This sounds really exciting. We're here also to raise money for our play. It's called The Day in the Death of Joe Egg. It opens on the 13th to the 15th. It's at the Exertions Club on Setley Hill Road. It'll be really good. So please come and enjoy this. Thanks.
Yeah, right. Good. Oh.
Please buy some cake as well. There's loads of cake.
Yeah. Solid trash talking from Becca. Brilliant. I'm liking this trash talk coming in tonight. All the trash. Fantastic. Okay, so we have our first rounders. But who is going to start first? I've devised a very clever way of deciding who is going to go first. But I'm going to need this lovely lady to help me in order to do that. So can you pick a number for me between 1 and 10? Can you? No, if you just write it down and Facebook message me later. No, just say a number. Jesus Christ. 6! So comedy's going first. Yeah. Okay, great. Before we begin, firstly, yes, buy all the cakes. Second, does anybody feel as though they want to get a drink before we kick off with the proceedings tonight? Because I've been allowed to give a little break now for you guys to get some drinks. I know we can get right on it. You're all okay, great. You've done the drink buying before. Okay, so Dan and Jack, can you both get up here and trash talk a bit more? And then Jack, you're going to leave, and Dan, you're going to start speaking. You both only get 5 minutes each, and you are being timed. Okay? You'll know when the time is up because you'll hear this wonderful buzzer, which reeks of student budgets. Okay? That's when you know your time is up. You might not hear it, but we'll just press it again. So yeah, okay. You are round one. You're going to kick off tonight. You know, are you setting the bar high? Have you got anything to say to Jack?
You're an old man, Crew. Give it up. Poetry's a young man's game. Comedy's for the old. Like me.
Yeah. You're an old man, Maroney. Poetry is an old man's game.
You got a shit jumper there.
Yes, trash. This is the shit. Come on, go again.
I agree.
Oh yeah. I got one. No, it's alright.
No, come on. Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah? What?
I already heard it. You went to the Bristol Pear. You thought this night was at the Bristol Pear.
That was trash. That's a lot. I went to the Bristol Pear for a pint before the night. It's totally unrelated to this night, which is for a play, I think.
It's like the speech of a disgraced politician. I only went there just for 5 minutes. I'd left my keys.
I only had a bit of rumpy bumpy.
Perfect, right. Well, that is the incredible trash talk, thankfully out of the way. Jack, would you like to take a seat? And can we please give a massive, warm welcome for the 5 minutes of Dan Maroney!
Hello. It's good to be here. It's good to be here. It's good to be here. Beer. It's good to, this is a bottle of beer. It's good to, how are you all doing? It's good to be here. It's good to. Sorry. Alternative Schrodinger's cat experiments. Schrodinger's ice cube. Schrodinger's mum's cottage. Schrodinger's box. Thank you. Things people in glass houses shouldn't do. 1. Throw stones. 2. Erect a large magnifying glass on a warm day. 3. Invite in flies without providing a clearly signposted exit. I'm going to look at my hand. They say, don't they? They say, don't they? This set is going to be mainly me drinking. They say that Jim Morrison was born in a van, and Van Morrison was born in a gym. And by that logic, Brian Eno was born on a ferry, and Brian Ferry was born on an Eno. What is an Eno? I hear you heckle. It's a small kind of yurt, one-use yurt. How are we all doing tonight? We all good? I was watching that Stop Making Sense, that Talking Heads live film. It's good to know that if David Byrne gets really fat, that he can go to his friends' weddings. I like that joke. They say, don't they? They say blood. They say blood is thicker than water, don't they? Yeah. Well, try telling that to a family of water balloons. It's good to be here at the Bristol Fair. And it's, how long have I got? 32 seconds.
Best best trash talk of the night. Yeah, you need to be up here and be doing that trash talk. Or just teach these guys a little bit of a lesson. That'd be great. Let's move swiftly on then. The person battling Dan Maroney tonight. Can we please have a big old round of applause for Mr. Jack Craig?
Hello, I've got a poem. I'm going to read it. I've remembered it, but also I'm going to read it. Dan, you ever read the news? For your highly topical comedy? If you read the news too much, this could happen. Once a mole blinking, fast drinking gent who said let's go bowling, and bowling they went, who longed for a vehicle for his racing stripe, who wronged and bore tearfully earfuls and gripes, one sceptical lover of uncharted cares, he is now the keeper of current affairs. One grand-tarted Sunday, no fun to decree, he parted the curtains of Windows XP, and checking the fixtures and post-match reviews, his hand slipped, his mouse clicked, not football but news, the banners and horrors and stern-looking hacks with tales of takings and takings aback, every adventure imposed into robes of polemic endemics, of most verbose prose, politics, lunatics, rhetoric, stands, commentaries, guarantees, finally ands, dispatches to Thatcher from airfares to Blair, subtracted the keeper of current affairs. He sits on a stool in the kingmaker's arms, the barman a veteran of each of his qualms. He looks to the stars and he sees only font, astronomers' dumb-downs, astrologers' want. Not dreams, not infinite twinkling, tingling hopes, but dots to be joined to expose the new tropes of people and people and people who raise their steeples and temples of phrase to be praised. Sees the maze that they scurry from here and to there, his ordnance survey, it contours their wares, cartographer's furrows, his desktop is lair, a stranger to rainbows and bridal air, the reaper, the keeper of current affairs. Have you heard about, yes, it's on the front page, a weak-minded business, a weak-minded age? And they said that yes, but I disagree. She leads to these interests, the stats they deceive. Opinions, minions, well I'm not impartial. These articles, particles of a larger debacle. Darwinian posits spread out for my eyes. I lurk at the points, I decide on the tide. I seal the deal, I steal, I take the cherry on top of the Dimbleby cake. I weigh every cold slab of fact they prepare, the unsautéed keeper of current affairs. And so he was hooked, just a carp on a line, the present a maggoty newsworthy shrine, not looking forward and not looking back, but Friar Tuck stuck in his daughter-proof Mac. Till one day, as the echoes of News 24 were proved an illusion, it's News 24, it can't echo, because it can't. It was base, it was weird, it was nigh on sublime, a case to be feared by the 40 times. He assumed the features, the graces, the airs. He became the keeper of current affairs. His eyebrows were hyphens, his eyes Google O's, margins, his cheekbones, a question mark nose. His dimples are brackets, he speaks in asides, a Kindle elicits the scroll of his eyes. Right now he kowtows the recycling bins, reads for green reasons to throw himself in, asks his views on the news, choose between umpteen, a balanced equation, a pendulum's mean, a ticking, nitpicking, a humdrum impasse, a fence-sitting, whip-pitting, typecast morass. This symbolic bollocking, it was but the fare to ride the god's dodgems of current affairs. And thus our young keeper, he wound up the kept, a newspaper human for whom no one wept, a source of embarrassment, not relish to spread, still talks with forked portent, but often goes read by people and people and people who don't care. They just stare, as if a man has fallen into an aquarium they are visiting. They will go home, and later perhaps mum will ring and tell them about the scones she has just made. I don't know if I've got enough time, so I'm just going to read another poem. I'm asking you a question. If everybody else in the world were giant fish, what would you do? They wouldn't be able to breathe. They were just there, blinking and choking their gills. The streets would ring with a wet flapping. Trains would be delayed, motorways cease. The television would be interrupted. But it wouldn't matter because fish can't catch trains, or drive, or complain about television. Your dogs, unleashed, run around chewing on the fish. Your protests do not stop them as they are dogs, and you never train them to empathise, and sit won't cut it right now. At first you're appalled, but then you reason, it is the natural order of things. Besides, the fish have no understanding of what you could do to help. They certainly won't.
Jack Gray, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Thank you. Just keep getting reminders over there from Becca for what I need to do next. Which is probably for the best, otherwise I just stood up here and probably just had a big old conversation with you all. But I'm not allowed to do that, for round one is now over. Both the acts have acted, both the competitors have competed, both the people have peopled, and now it's down to you, the audience, to vote. Just so you are aware, poetry is the blue card, and and comedy is the red card. Okay, just also I do need to know, great poetry. I didn't realise there would be sabotage about, but also sabotage from your own teammate as his phone just burst into life. Like it would kind of been seen as almost a little acceptable if it happened to dance. But just sabotaging your own team. Are you secretly with the comedians? Like a spy has been taken over. Okay, so now I think you've all had enough time to decide. If you have voted for poetry, can you please put your blue cards up? So you've ruined the climax of that now. Put your cards up now. Yeah, go on. Yeah, fuck it. Everyone put your cards up at the same time. Go on, all of them. All of them. Oh Christ! I thought it would be like really clear, but now I've got to count them. Right. Reds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 reds. Not voting. You just want to shout. Right, blue, okay, so you're not being counted yet. So we've got 13 red. Now for blue, that's a vote. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you're blue, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14! Close, that was close. That is a point to poetry. Okay, so now poetry take 1-0 lead. Ben, what have you got to say about that? Yeah. Great. Ash, what? Ash, what have you got to say about? Oh, you don't know. We lost. You don't know. Yeah, it's 1-0 to the poets. What have you got to say about that? Yeah, trash talk. Great, trash talk. Okay, right, so round one is out of the way. Let's move swiftly on to round two. I'm going to ask this lovely lady here, can you come and pick a name? Yes, you. Yes, that's the one. Yeah, come on. Sing with it. You're right. If you would like to come and pick a name, everybody drum roll. Do a drum roll. The drum rolls are cool. And shout.
Alice.
It's Alice Tucker! Yeah, who will Alice Tucker be competing against? I'm going to ask this lovely gentleman over here. May you come and pick a name out of this hat. Drum roll. Very good. I like it, yeah.
Lily Blackson.
Lily Blackson! Okay, you know the drill. You get over here. Let's do some trash talk and hope it's better than your teammates. Come on, right, Lily, you've got to be about 5 minutes before Alice wandered on over, so you get to speak first. Go! Make it trashy.
Swear at him.
Yeah, swear at it.
Why did the fucking chicken cross the road?
Are you gonna dignify that with an answer, or?
No, I'm asking him.
Oh, why did the fucking chicken cross the road, Alice?
We don't use that.
I didn't realise, I thought we were going to keep it not blue.
Oh!
Fuck this, man. Go on, you get one more go. Go on, you go first. Come on.
I thought we were going to have a good clean
Trash talk,
game.
Alice.
Good clean game.
What is wrong with you people? Alice, strike him down in his moment of vulnerability. Right, perfect. Yeah, great. Both sit down. Right, who's going to go first? I have a great system to work out who's going to go first. You lovely lady. What do you prefer in the summer? Sandals or those kind of, the Roman-looking shoes? Oh, what do you prefer then in the summer? Sandals or barefoot? Bare feet. Okay, so poetry's going first. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Miss Lily Blackson!
Thank you all very much for being here this evening. I speak a little bit of French, not very much, just un peu. And I once did a language course in France, and everyone was getting really excited in one of our classrooms one day because Helga, who was a German member of the class, had terrible haze either, but she had just had a dream in French the night before. She dreamt in French. And apparently, as soon as you have a dream in French, that means, or any language, that means you're one step closer to becoming fluent in that language. I had an exam today that was on sort of poetry, from sort of medieval poetry, Tudor poetry, Elizabethan poetry, and I've been reading a lot of that sort of poetry recently. And last week, I had a dream in iambic pentameter. Everyone in my dream was speaking in iambic pentameter. Which must mean I'm pretty fluent in poetry. I don't know why I told you that, because the poem I'm about to do is in sort of free verse. It doesn't really rhyme. If it does rhyme, that's accidental or incidental. But some of you have heard it before, so I'm sorry. I'm not sorry about that, because that would be a sign of weakness, and we're very competitive in the poetry team. It's for my brother, and it's called Distant Memories. I'm not sure our family is the Skype type. Not that it wasn't lovely to see your face chiselled and smiling and so far away that Mum pulled the iPad closer to her. The video froze in a close-up of her nostrils, which made us laugh and sent a crack running through the ice, running from our sitting room all the way to Williamsburg. If we had a dog, we'd have positioned it in front of the camera, but we don't, so we did it with Dad. And all of his "I must tell George's" fell out of the back of his head, and he plumped instead for "Hello, Squire, how's tricks?" hankering for a telephone wire and rattling through our typical family FAQs. When it is my turn, I am no better. Although better accustomed to the medium, I treat it less like a séance, more standard procedure, never less than just what the doctor ordered, never more than my brother and me. I mention the Jaffa cakes and the biscuit tin, which may well have gone by the time you get back. How Mum had me hoovering your sofa because moths aren't invited to the welcome home party. What the weather has been, whatever the weather, and whether you're surviving the New York summer weather, and I momentarily feel the moment AC. And it matters to me. Even when there are no diamonds in the rough of our irrelevant anecdotes clucked over the dodgy internet connection, and when your video freezes. None of us laugh, but stare at the still frame of your familiar features. He's changed a bit, and I can't quite put my finger on it, and I can't rest my head on your bony shoulder, and you can't shrug me off after a second of affectionate acquiescence, but we're close, you and me, I have always known it. The apple of my mind's eye before I'd really thought about it. Driving past the Young Offenders Institute, I thought, at least I'm not dropping him there. Mum had said, having taken you to Heathrow for the plane that had taken you to Sydney, our convict, unconvinced. And the day you came back, came into my room and would not go away. I was ill and weak and everything hurt, but it was the strength in what you came out with that made me weep. And Jules Jim was playing all the while. Fuck off, Francois Truffaut. Can't you see I'm trying to talk to my brother? Can't you see he's trying to talk to me? And since then, no distance has been too great. No nouvelle vague, no cat out the bag, no poorly judged decisions, no head-on-head collisions, but I'm still not sure if we are the Skype type, as we sign off with a pause. The effect and not the cause of the love we jinx each other with. You and me. I need you to be happy.
Yes, Lily Blackstone, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the mic so high. I don't want to point out another bit of kind of self-sabotage again then. When Lily, you mentioned about speaking French and Ben went, ooh. Amazing. That's the way it works over here. I'll sabotage my own team. We will go swiftly then over to the comedy side for them to hit back at the poetry. So ladies and gentlemen, can we do a kind of Mexican wave applause? Starting with you, it is starting with you, sir. You start applauding, and then my hand is going to go over this way, and then you're all going to join in. Okay? Are you ready? Go! Yes. 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 Ladies and gentlemen, Alice Tucker!
Does anybody in here work out? Anyone? Okay.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Now you're vocal. Too late. I think the ship has sailed there. I'm going to try a different tack. Does anybody like their steaks?
Yeah.
Wait. Does anybody like their steaks well done? Tough crowd. Another joke. Why did the unrelated to the last one? Why did the chicken avoid the question? Doesn't matter. How are you? Did any of you hear about the small football team that don't? It was a five-a-side. 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 Side like yeah, where you like kill. Yeah. Five-a-side. Swap the prop. I'm going to read a little thing I've written here. It's not a poem. It's a review. A review of a thing. We all know about it. Well, you all know the alphabet, right? I've got a review here that I've written of the alphabet. I'm going to read it. A. By no means a bad start, but with little in the way for comparison, further comment and criticism is neither necessary nor possible. 2 stars. B. A was a tough act to follow, partly due to it being the only other letter and its having invented the alphabet. But B gives it a real good try, however, eschewing the rigid straight lines of A in favour of a more nuanced and curved approach. 2 stars. A new letter C very much came from the B school, presenting us with yet another curve and making the straight trend that was dominant and indeed the only trend in the early days of the alphabet a definite thing of the past. 2 stars. Fans of lowercase a are sure to love lowercase d. Which is much the same, but with a longer stem. Letter fans hungry for a new experience might want to steer clear, however. 2 stars. Bucking the time-honoured trend of curved letters, E burst onto the alphabetical scene as a breath of straight-line fresh air. Whilst older letter fans might remember A doing the same thing a while ago, E was the emblem of a new generation, anti-establishment and non-conformist. 2 stars. Brings us to F. The first in a spate of derivative copycat letters.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ellis Tucker! Yes! Great. And with it, oh, isn't it so harsh, that buzzer? It's not even a nice sound. I guess you could kind of forgive it if it was like a hello. But it's definitely not, yeah. Brings back all those horrible memories of trying to get out the Adam's apple. Yeah. Sorry, little private joke, let's just have that. Sorry. I'll open it up to the floor next time. So with that, round 2 is now complete. And it comes again to the audience participation part of the evening. I'll give you a bit of thinking time. And I'll use it to tell you to buy some cakes. There you go, that's that bit done. Now, you've had all your thinking time. I'm going to need you to now choose. Remember that poetry is blue and comedy is red. Okay? Vote now! Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh. I don't really think I even need to count that, do I? That's quite... It's red. It's poetry! Poetry wins again! Fuck! Poetry wins again. What is it with the comedy crew just leaving in the voting stage? I just can't deal with the tenseness. Okay, so now that brings us to 2-0. 2-0. Ash, how are you feeling about it? 2-0 loss so far. I said Ash. I said Ash.
That was red.
Feeling alright? I'm gonna come back fighting. Ellis, how many stars did F get? I'm really interested.
I don't know.
Okay.
Red.
Yeah, okay, no, I'll take it because that's slightly trashy. No, good, great. Ben, how do you feel about a 2-0 win so far?
Great. I was just saying to the lads and Lily that they might be richer generally and I'll tell you loads more, but tonight is about us and the poetry.
Get on!
That's all I've got.
Yeah, not trashy, but kind of nice. Yeah, fair enough.
I think the spirit of celebration.
Guys, I don't know about you, but I just really want to see some actual trash talk. Like, I've just not witnessed it. I want you to get competitive. I want you, so you're going to run up into the ground. Like, come on. What's that? A mascot.
They've got balls.
Oh, good. They've got what? Like, what the fuck? Right, okay. So, now, I've picked people from the front before. We're going to go straight into round 3 of the competition. I'm going to ask this lovely gentleman here with his arms folded. Can you come on down and pick a name from a cup? Thank you. Come on. Come on. Yeah, you've got your own round of applause for this. Don't applaud yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, big drum roll, please. Big drum roll as he picks a name from the hat. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Who is it?
Ashley, you.
Ashley Hinton! Okay, so it's the team captain of the comedy. But who is she playing against? You lovely gentleman wearing what could possibly be swallows on your top. Can you please come? Unfortunately, you don't seem to get a round of applause like the last lovely gentleman. And now drum roll. I clap into a drum roll. Yeah, good. Good. Bananas! Okay, so it's a battle of the captains. Guys, you've had one try, you both failed. Come up again and give a bit of trash talk now. How do you feel about round 3? Ash, you know that you've got to win this for you to still be in the game. How does that make you feel?
I'm going to channel Stephen Gerrard here with him. I think my boys have done the best they could on the pitch. But at the end of the day, it's about now, and you're going to get your ass kicked, Norris!
Yeah, that's right! Yeah, private trash talk! Yes! Thank you. See how many reasons I agreed to tonight? Good. Ben, hit back with some more trash.
Well, Liverpool didn't win the Premier League, and neither will you this thing. I find most stand-up comedy quite insipid, including yours.
What does that mean?
Yes! Dan, you had your chance and you fucked it. Okay, great, yeah. Let's keep this going. Hit back with some more ass trash.
I find those poetry pretentious and difficult to read about in English literature, so fuck you!
Let's hate each other. You go.
In the future, preferable or goes dystopian, there will be no comedy on the national curriculum because it's not good for children or you minds. I don't. Fuck you! Now.
Yeah. Okay. Now that was more than acceptable. I'll take it. Thank you. I can go home tonight now and sleep without crying. Right. Now you both sit down. Take a seat, because we're going to decide who goes first. And I've got a clever little system to know who goes first on the next one. You, madame. I see, the one that looks a bit like a rabbit now in headlights. What's your favourite thing to do on a Sunday morning? Pancakes. Great, that means comedy's going first. Good. Comedy's going first. Ladies and gentlemen, to a big round of applause and stamp your feet for Miss Ashley Dutton!
Hello. Sorry. I do have a little bit more trash talk that I kind of pre-prepared. So in a kind of a sentence, poetry is about as relevant as a post-2003 Avril Lavigne song. Yeah, not pre-2003 because that first album was quite good. So we won't get into it right now. But I figured, so it's like the battle of comedy. Comedy versus poetry, one ultimate winner.
I was going to bring a checklist of things that often feature in comedy and make sure I hit all of them in my set. So I'm doing this for you more than anyone. Let's see. You there? Hello. Are you having a good day? Yeah. Good. Audience interaction done. So I've done for you. I have to make a few apologies, kind of first off. One is about my hair, because it turns out you can't just do it and then walk out in the rain, it looks like this. But I've decided to give that up and say I'm just channeling Lord. Like, that's a thing right now. She's contemporary. She's a contemporary reference. Fuck her. Yeah, you're 17 and have achieved more than I'll ever do. What? Well, the other apology I have to make is kind of my outfit. Like, I think that in life, I think we have problem solvers. I like to think I'm one of those problem solvers. And the problem this outfit is solving is, what if you were invited to a taping of the Great British Bake Off and a Bombay Bicycle Club gig at the same time? You're welcome. So I thought the other thing to kind of do with it, that's a self-deprecating remark for any comedy fans out there. That self-deprecating remark is done. The other thing I thought to do, so it's kind of good to talk about your local area and stuff, so I thought I'm going to make some kind of commentaries about what's going on in here right now, in that this stage, I don't know if you can see it all fully in its grandeur. It kind of feels like when you're 14 and you're at a house party and the parents haven't left yet. Like everyone's just kind of got like their cans like behind the sofa, and like the minute the mum walks out, everyone's just going to be furiously necking both the drinks and each other. So you got that to look forward to, boys. It's funny because my boyfriend's on one of the sofas, but yeah. So that was one local reference about the stage. Continue with the local references, you know, the local area. Do we all live in Selly Oak? Yeah. If we don't live in Selly Oak, are we aware that it exists? Yeah. Woo! There's Freshers in the back, and I'm just sort of looking at it going, sorry. But one of the things I love about Selly Oak, I kind of really love Aldi, like, more than I should. Like, there's a general consensus. Is Aldi good, people? Yeah, like I live quite close to it, and I think the sole reason we chose the house was the proximity to Aldi. Like, there's probably like toxic mold, but it's okay because Passata's only 47p. So, but I'd say I love it and hate it at the same time, because it does a dual thing. It brings out the best in me and the worst in me at like the same time. So if I'm at the queue, I'm in like sort of the queue, and then sometimes the cashiers flirt with each other. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but it's really frustrating for me as like an Aldi shopper. Because like sometimes they'll be like, oh, someone spilled yogurt on aisle 2, and they'll be like, oh, you. Like, that isn't flirting, and I'm just trying to buy all the bread Aldi had left. Please leave it alone. But I think the main reason I love it is because that they either sell thousands of things or just one of things. So I think a good example is that kind of aisle in the middle where someone on one of these sofas, who shall remain unnamed, went in for a pint of milk and came out with an axe.
I went in for an axe.
So that's why I love it. But I think the other reason why is because I was wanting Aldi with my boyfriend because we were going on a classy date, and we were walking down the biscuit aisle, the very well-stocked biscuit aisle, may be brought to attention, and I thought, I'm just going to show him a bit of affection, just going to show him that I like him. So, because my brain works against me, I grabbed his hand and just licked it like a cat. I don't know why I did this, I've never done it before, never done it since. But while I did it, I made eye contact with a stranger, and just did this at a stranger. It was all very good. Thank you!
Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen! Good. So that was part 1 of round 3. Now, swiftly over to...
go.
Swiftly over to part 2 of round 3. Can we all please get, like, is this dropping down? Can we all please give a massive warm welcome to Mr. Ben Norris!
Hello.
Okay, so this is comedy versus poetry, and I just have done poetry so far in my life, so I thought I'd try a little bit of comedy versus poetry in the set. So I think this is what happens. There's a man at the back who's now looking away in a brown sweater with colour. What's your name, sir?
Alex.
Alex, where are you from, Alex? Do you like it?
It's okay.
That's nice. Okay, this first poem is a commission of sorts. An unusual commission. It's a long time overdue. In October, Hannah Aldridge, who's sitting right there, went to a fundraiser for a guild production called Blue Orange, and there was a raffle, and one of the prizes on the raffle, which Hannah was lucky enough to lose, was a poem written by me for her and performed to her. So here it is, right on time. I'm gonna, if it's alright to go off mic, because I don't think it was stretched, I'm gonna go and deliver it to Hannah from Hannah's knee. So if you want audience interaction, check. Can everyone hear me if I, yeah, okay, great. Tell me if you've got notes fine. It's called Hannah Aldridge, you can't read it. I'm gonna, there, that's a bit weird, that's what it is. Hannah! Aldridge! Not much rhymes with Aldridge. Except perhaps Baldrick from Blackadder. But that's not a fruitful place to take this poem. Or Tollbridge. Likewise. Because Hannah Aldridge is not a naughty little sausage. Nor, as far as I know, does she charge people to ride over her. Which is a joke about sex. She is an animate female human. Here is a list of more facts and conjecture about Hannah. I first met her in a play called The Pillow Man. She's probably never been to Amarillo, man. She probably likes more normal jams than willow jam. She can probably do some things that armadillos can and some things that they can't, and vice versa. When I first saw her, I was like, hello, damn, because she's quite physically attractive. In that respect, she wins figurative football matches arbitrarily contested on beauty, 10-0. Oh man. Oh Hannah Aldridge. You're like milky, not watery porridge. I'd love you even if you were from Dorridge, but you're not, you're from Henley, which is better. Bye. Printed that out today. Okay, this is a poem for Tyler's already done the who's graduating, who's not thing, so this is a poem for everyone that's graduating. And it's a bit presumptuous because it's set in July this year. My right hand holds a silly black hat, my left 3 years in a single scroll. They look boyish and I'm not sure I can even throw it. But the brilliant blue Birmingham sky swallows everything whole. A farmer's market every 4th Wednesday, a guild, not a mere students' union. Your library, now open 24/7, the tallest freestanding clock tower in the world, anyone will tell you. Plenty of room for one man's memories. The corners of the mortarboard spin, flicking, like the blades of a harmless and comically antiquated ninja star, flicking flippant questions at me. Are you sure which? Have you heard back from? Many applications referencing with your parents do in the real world, and the D dings like the bell of a boxing match in your head. It says, what are you doing? We're students. We spent 33 months moping around in gowns, right? Today shouldn't be new to us, but somehow it is. Life begins today, they say. That's news to us. Jobs, potentially pets that won't die. Responsibility, matching socks, self-respect, clean pants, in no way a prerequisite. The real world. Of course, there's the option to do an MA in real life delay, a PhD in seriously, are you that scared of real life? If only so you can ironically leap to the faux rescue when someone asks if there's a doctor on the plane. Yes, there is, you'll say, the hero. Now, what needs close reading? For you, life is many years, many tens of thousands of pounds away, yet you can relax. Hey, stay in academia long enough and you could be one of the lucky ones who never have to live in the real world. The undead teaching the undead, which would explain why everyone looks so peaky at 9 AM. But for most of us, the draws of the real world are just too strong. For at least 144 weeks, we've been cooking and eating unreal food, having unreal sex, and if we were lucky, perhaps making unreal love. Unreal not in the colloquially hyperbolic surfer sense, sadly, just plain unreal, just not real. And we're sick of it. We want more. Not the unreal lies we've been living, with their unreal tea and unreal hugs, with unreal milk in unreal mugs, unreal mould on unreal dishes. And I think, did you hit the thing? I'm done. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Correct. Okay, cool. Let me get this out of the way. There were a couple of great moments there actually while Ben was performing. Because obviously while the others were performing, Ben does a nice little ooh. But when Ben was on, he went over to speak to Hannah, and at the moment you went off stage, to her Maroney just went, no stage presence. Just went, that was great. I just kind of wanted that trash talk when it was your turn to trash talk, man. And then the other one was when you said you were about matching socks. Nick went so close. It was so almost there, but just different colour. So yeah, maybe something you're gonna have to look at now. Great. So round 3 is complete. Both of them have now performed. One comedied, the other poetried, but now it's your turn to voted it. Are you ready? I'll give you a little thinking time while I tell you to buy some cakes. Now your thinking time is over. Ladies and gentlemen, you now have 2 votes. Yeah. Hang on. Don't hold them both up, Hannah. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 9 for the comedy. Remember that number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Poetry wins! Poetry wins! Christ! And Dan is outraged. He is outraged. He is off. So that means because it is kind of a best of 5, and poetry has won 3 rounds, poetry does now kind of win overall. So just before the interval halfway section, can we please give poetry a round of applause for winning? Yeah. Should we carry on? Yeah. We're going to make an executive decision to carry on regardless. Yeah, because you guys paid money to see five acts, so you're gonna see 5 rounds. 10 acts, sorry, 5 rounds is what I meant to say. God, stupid Tyler. Okay, so what we're gonna do now then? Yeah, I know. I was just gonna. No, I'm getting fucking trash talked and heckled. That was not in the agreement that you wrote down on the flashcards. Ladies and gentlemen, now, as Lilith's dictated, gonna have a swift interval in which you can buy your drinks, talk about how great that's gone, and then put your bets in to how far poetry is gonna win. Because it could go 5-0, it could go 4-1, or it could go 3-2. Are we about to see a complete whitewash, or are they gonna bring it back a little? We're going to wait to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, cut to an interval now. A good scattered applause. But I can tell you now, it has been told to me, and I can tell it to you, that the game has been largely changed. Yeah, look at his face. What? It's what? This goes against everything I've ever known. Basically, what happens now is that those 3 rounds were kind of part of a super round. there was round one. And so round one went to the poets. Okay, so now this whole 3-0 thing, we throw it right out the window, and it goes back to 0-0. Okay? Yeah. So it's kind of even again. And we've got 2 rounds left to decide who's going to win the next one. But what happens if there's a draw, I hear you cry? Well, this has been thought of. It was originally brought to my attention that it would have to be a game of rock, paper, scissors to decide who was going to win between the comics and the poets. But I thought that was quite in keeping with the whole battle of the evening. So if it does turn out that comedy win the next round, super round, and it puts it to 1-1, then we're going to put it down to a trash talk competition. Because I am not leaving this evening until I witness some good trash talk, Ellis. I want to see it. I'm not leaving until I've seen it. You're going to do it. Okay. So basically, I fought this tooth and nail. Well, I kind of suggested it and it was a yes, but I fought it tooth and nail. So, I fought it tooth and nail. And it's going to be decided, if it gets to 1-1, that it's going to be a trash talk competition, and you guys are going to have to vote? Fucking hell. Stop drinking wine, Tyler. You guys are going to have to vote as to who was the best trash talker in the trash talk round. Now, because of this, obviously, I really, really want the comics to win the next round, so that I can witness some top-class trash talking, the kind of stuff that we are yet to observe tonight. So, with this in mind, these new rules, this game well and truly changed, we're going to kick off with the next super round in this slammed up comedy event. Can I get it? Ooh. Yeah, thank you. You're really nice people. Great. Okay, so, without much further ado, can I get this lovely gentleman here, who's not even paying any attention? Can I get this lovely gentleman to come down and pick a name out of the pint-shaped hat that is the comedy's size? Can I get a drum roll, please? Big drum roll. Drum rolls that looks of enthusiasm would be great. Yeah, that's better. Good. And who is going to be competing in this round? Nick. It's Nick Charlesworth! Okay, so it's Nick Charlesworth who's going to be starting off this super round today. But who will Nick be competing against? For this, I'm going to need this lovely lady right here to come in. No, you? Yeah, you? Sorry. So, you've not quite cut it, unfortunately. You need this lovely lady, drum roll please, to pick a name out of this hat. Who is it that's competing for the poet? James. It's James Dalton! Okay, ladies and gentlemen, guys, you know the drill. Come get here, let's come do a bit of fucking trash talking. Warm up for what could possibly be the trash talk round later tonight. James, you know, you've won the first super round. You're now going into the second. What have you got to say for yourself, James? I'm happy. You're just like all the others. I thought you'd be so different. You're a cunt. Shocking trash talk there. Oh my god. You're going to need a lukewarm bath after this. Get over that trash talk. Nick, what have you got to say to yourself? Of course you can join me.
I'm going to set fire to you. I'm literally later going to set fire to you. And I quite need a wee right now, but I will hold it in.
Trash talk!
Come on! I'm going for another round of that, but I'm now very scared as to the extent of James Dalton's vocabulary. So, both of you sit down, because we're going to have to work out who is going to go first in this round. And I had a very clever system to know who's going to go first. For that, I'm going to need this lovely lady here. Lovely lady here, what do you think of Shakespeare? That means the comedy's going first! Yes! Ladies and gentlemen, give a big warm welcome to Mr. Nick Charlesworth!
Come on, Nick. Punk's not dead. Gonna throw out a couple of jokes now. How many poets does it take to change a light bulb? Doesn't matter. They haven't paid their electric bill in months. What kind of tree can't get a job? Poetry.
This is what I'm going to see.
Well, I'm going to do some little bit of the old audience thing. You there, blue jumper man. What is your name?
Ali.
Ali. Good choice of name. Like Muhammad Ali, but without the Muhammad part of that name. Ali, how are you?
I'm very well.
Magnificent. We're going to come back to you later. We're going to do a sort of anecdote, because that's what we do here in comedy. I was in Tesco the other day. You know Tesco, Ali?
I do, yeah.
Are you a fan of Tesco?
Indifferent.
Ali, everyone, is indifferent to Tesco. That's a controversial opinion there. Or perhaps it isn't. What's everyone's opinion of... Give a cheer if you're indifferent to Tesco. That's nice. I don't think that the indifferent get enough opportunities to cheer, generally. So this was fun. So yeah, as I said before, I was in Tesco. That's true. I was buying some things. Got some milk chocolate digestive biscuits. Little. Who's indifferent to those? Am I right? Yeah, got some bite-sized shredded wheat. Not the big shredded wheat. I sort of realised, like getting big cereal is like the sign that you've become old. Like big old shredded wheat, big old Weetabix, that's adult cereal. Whereas like little Rice Krispies, that's your child cereal, it's all small. And then porridge is kind of the smallest and the biggest cereal at the same time. And that's what both very young and very old people eat. So I really think I'm onto something here. I had all these, not just those two things, other things. Not showing off here, but like I buy more than two things at a time when I'm in Tesco. So, I went up to the old self-service checkout. You know the self-service checkout, Ali?
Yeah.
You use the self-service checkout when you're in Tesco?
With difficulty, yeah.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, when you're on the one that's sort of just across the road from Aldi, because the bigger one further up doesn't have that. So, like now, not only do you know that I was in Tesco, you know exactly which Tesco I was in. I should have mentioned earlier, I bought a tin of chopped tomatoes. Yeah. Think, who's indifferent to chopped tomatoes? Yeah. A lot of indifference in the room, that's what I like to see. So I scanned through these chopped tomatoes. Not the first thing I scanned through, not the last thing. And put them in the old bagging area. But the old machine flashed up and it said there was a problem
with this item, please wait for assistance. And I think Ali knows, as we all know, what happens when the self-service checkout says there's a problem with this item, please wait for assistance. Ali?
Yeah, the guy comes over and ticks things for you.
Yeah, he comes over, he just presses a button. Sometimes he doesn't even come over, he just looks at the little screen, presses a button, and fuck all happens. But there was a problem. The machine said there was a problem. What is going on, Tesco? Because if there was a problem with that item, like that item is in my bag now, and you've not, like I'm going to take that home. Might make a tagine. I agree, it's a funny word. So I thought, what the fuck? I had some explanations, but I've just run out of time. Thanks, Ali. Thanks, everyone.
Nick Charlton, ladies and gentlemen! Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And that was the comedy. So that was part one of round one of Super Round 1. But let's look now at part 2. We're going to do another kind of Mexican wave applause for Mr. James Dalton. But this time we're going to start over here with this lovely lady, and we're going to go straight over. My hand will guide us if you get lost, which you shouldn't. My hand will guide us, we'll go straight over, and pretty soon everyone will be applauding for James Dalton. So let's start. Gracie, go. Yeah, now, yeah, good. Yes, 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 yes.
Hi. I haven't been writing any poetry recently. I've been writing a lot of essays, and I decided that since poetry is a construct that will die when we all do, I might as well read an essay instead. So I'm going to read you my linguistic theory essay. See if I can get to the end in 5 minutes, because I feel like you've got your money's worth already. So this is question 1. So how did language evolve then? The intrinsic problem with the evolution of language as a system is unpacking the mythology of how sounds came to stand in the place of objects. It's a vast inferential leap to consider that objects can be represented in a medium outside of their overtly different physical selves. Most theorists would seem to agree that language first came about as a proto-language, which is a simplified system of sounds representing meanings but not words. Such a language is functional, but it's limiting principally because unlike the subtle stacking of words into phrases, only one constituent whole could be intended, and it's impossible to mean more than one thing at once.
Yeah.
So how did words come about? I mean, Ramachandran proposes that language evolves from synesthetic associations, and that's to say that the relationships between objects and sounds are not arbitrary connections, but instead the likely product of hardwired connections within the human brain. See, that is quite interesting. Ramachandran used Kerner's example of the booba and the kiki as evidence for this. These words are invented and have no definitive meaning, yet 95% of those tested agreed that a round, curvaceous shape would be a booba, compared to an angular, spiky shape to be a kiki. And these descriptions well match the movement of the lips and the tongue when pronouncing those words. So Ramachandran suggests that this shows there may be natural constraints on the way in which sounds are mapped onto objects. 2001, page 16, 1991. Outside the realm of the theoretical, there is certainly some evidence of synesthetic association in the language. Ramachandran himself refers to the partial outward count of the lips, pointing toward the subject in the word you, or the French equivalent vous or tu, compared to the inward curl of me or moi, 2001, page 21, 1991. The almost indefinable utterance of wow sees the mouth cavity widen around a word used to express surprise at the scale or size of something. Movements worthy of this exclamation are big in the sense that their personal significance to the exclaimer in an individualistic and abstract context, and they naturally find themselves expressed in as large and vocal a way as our tongues and lips can fashion. So words would seem to be kinetically linked to the concepts that they express. Analysis of child language acquisition may provide other clues into this proto-language. After all, a child must learn first to create a rudimentary language for themselves before moving to the language that they hear around them. Infants also regularly speak in noises separate to words but entirely full of easily understood meanings, such as crying, signifying wanting to sleep or be fed. This idea of the bistratal system, a step removed from the tristratal system of meanings coded into words, coded into sounds, is what defines any proposed proto-language as different and separate to model languages. However, since proto-language inherently predates language, it's not only millennia away from human memory, but from any sort of historical recording. So all of our theories are therefore unable to be proved, and scholars can take little more than an educated guess at what a proto-language could look like and how our language evolved.
Ladies and gentlemen, James Doter! Yeah! Good, very good. Yes. Okay, so, right, that is the next round. I've got back to you. That's rule 1 of acting. Never have you back to the other. Hello. That was round 1 of the next super round. And as you all know, it is your time to now vote. Okay, I'm going to give you a little bit of thinking time to tell you that you really need to buy some of those fucking cakes right now. And that's your thinking time over. Lovely ladies here in the front corner. Do you have voting cards? We are at a loss of voting cards over here. Don't think what? Did you come in after did you see Nick? Then sorry, you can't vote. Hey, I don't make the rules, I just enforce them. Alright? Okay, so now you've had enough time to think. No, I'm sorry, lovely lady. Did you watch both acts? Did you watch both acts? Yeah, okay, right, okay, so that's fine. Okay. Oh, right, no, apparently I don't even enforce the rules, do I? What am I? Alright, don't put your cards up now then. You can, because you've seen both of them. Who's what? Exactly. Poetry is blue, comedy is red, okay? It's like a green peppers, red tomatoes, ready, steady, cook kind of situation. Okay, so now you've definitely had more than enough thinking time. Sorry, as I just chatted away to these guys over here. Don't worry, you'll all get your turn. You need to vote now. Whoa. Okay. I don't think I need to count that. But I think I'm going to declare victory to comedy! Yes! In what is now comedy's first win of the night. Team captain, how do you feel about your first win?
We saved our best weapon, Nick Charlesworth, for towards the end.
Ludo, how do you feel about not being called the best weapon?
It's true.
Oh, it's okay. How do you feel? Ben Norris. For some reason I have more length now. I come to you with a bit more length. How do you feel about your first loss of the evening?
It's like when an adult plays a toddler at a game and you let them win one.
That talk is trash and I like it. Yes. Oh, there we go. All tinkly. Okay, so we kind of know who the last people are going to be, but in the kind of deal or no deal independent adjudicator sense, I'm going to ask some people to come up and get names out of the pint-shaped hat. Anyway, so for this, the final round, I am going to need you, sir, lovely gentleman here. That's right, you. Yeah, another rabbit in the headlights there. I need you to don't worry, it's not difficult unless you can't read. In which case, I can help you. I'm going to need you to come over here now and just pick a name out of the comedy hat. No, you don't have to perform. You're okay. I mean, unless you want to. That's it. Drum roll, please, ladies and gentlemen. Drum roll, please. Okay, yes. And I wonder whose name he's pulled out of the hat. Say it.
Ludo.
It's Ludo tonight! So, we definitely know now we have Ludo. But who can Ludo possibly be competing against? For this, we are going to need this lovely lady over here. Come on, yes, it's you. Jesus Christ. Come on, Tim. Pick a name out of this outfit. A drum roll, please, ladies and gentlemen. It's Ben! There we go! Okay, great. Yeah, I didn't see that one coming. Okay, so Ben Jackson, Ludo Tonelli, I'm going to need you to come here and give yourself a pre-round trash talk. Now, as last time I gave the first go to the poets, I'm afraid this time the mic's going to go straight to Ludo. Ludo, what have you got to say?
So how does it feel to be the second best Ben on your team?
Yes! Almost as good as it feels to be the worst comedian on your team.
Look at what this night has become! Right, I really like that. I want to see it some more. Luca, you've got another chance.
You may have gone to school more than I because you're a poet,
Yeah, thanks.
but I took you there because I'm gonna take you to school!
Well, a lot of young people come here. So, a respected comedian would be Bill Hicks. Do you think Bill Hicks is a good... No! Right. A respected comedian, like your opinion. So listen. The point is that a lot of people like him, sometimes described as a philosopher, but he's also rather elegant with words. How would you describe a really good, elegant, with words, eloquent is the word I mean. Comedian. A poet. Writer.
Got there at the end. Yeah.
Lily. Yeah. Well, it was good though, it was. You're not meant to trust talk your own team. Guys, sit down. That was more than enough trash talk. Oh God, that was so much trash talk I can hardly stand up. Okay, great. Now that was wonderful. Fuck yes. So, now that bit's done, we're gonna have to decide who goes first. Now, for that, I've got a clever little way of judging. So you, madam.
Me.
Yes, you. Have you had a good evening?
Yeah, it's good. It's been good.
The poets are going first! Yeah! Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, can we please put our hands and feet together for the wonderful Mr. Ben Jackson!
We've all got so many things, and you've all got so many things, and I've got so many things that I couldn't bring. And I've put my wings into a cabinet like dry butterflies, and I tried to miss the point when I pinned them down so they might fly out again. I never doubted them when I was flicking through the catalogue, but I'm not sure I'm going to get the rest of the set anymore. Yeah, I know they come in different colours, and I've got all these empty cabinets for wings, but I'm getting extradited to Sweden tomorrow anyway. Segue! I'm trying to pretend to be the pillow I miss so much. Fold soft detritus sideways, peel away grey rust. Pretending to be asleep to the audience in my brain. It's dark and I can't see them, but they're out there all the same. A voice whispers, love yourself, but I can't tell who it is. Dispossessed, accepting like a child. My bed purrs, luxurious, wet like Falcor. Love yourself. But I think my bed's just drifting off to sleep like Homer Simpson or my dogs at home. They may be wise, but they're asleep. My hand asks politely, love yourself, but it doesn't move. The keys on my keyboard have started to fade to the jet black of the laptop plastic, and I guess the letters might have found better homes amongst my fingerprints. So I wonder if they spell anything meaningful as they touch myself. Like love yourself, I suggest to the audience. in my head, but they are bored with me. They have waited long enough for the on and off of lights to stop, and I am all they see. I think about my flaws and I'm happy I'm flawed, because otherwise I'd be innocent and punished. Can't fantasy another life, can only sift through all this rubbish, and there's a lot of it. A veritable landfill that fills the land, so to speak. Do I love myself in my bed? Well, fucking yes. But I smile with reassurance that we are all so far misled. Segway. Sitting at my desk, all porn and spliffs and dead musicians. I was the cover of Heat last Friday, but since then I've watched Smolder. Wank me, head and heart will fight out, and I've been rend in the lifeless in between. Ethics is writ, a cliff face sheer, it's out of print and too expensive. I carry my cigarettes like tiny crosses and the food sunk shite from Venice. Culture is dim and distant to the clever cunts, there's bigger fucking problems. Behind our backs it's siphoned off, but in people's cars and used to off them. I just had this, a small portal with no instructions. I felt like Jim Henson without a sewing kit, David Bowie with no wardrobe, Tolkien without a room of his fucking own, and like my poems were being sold. All the potential of a 3D printer with no clue how to use it. But I slipped away that day at my desk, it was always up to me to choose it. There's a steam engine that's quit smoking and it draws deep breaths on platform 5. There's rutting balls in marketplaces and the spires of the skies bitch, satirise. There's people who make swings for kids. There's love that's paid for food. There's a willingness to grow and be green. And I've left fairies in your room.
Yes. Yes. Punk's not dead. And as he moves the tiny pint glass, a little voice in his head shouts, "Too little, too late." I just said, do you want the poets to win?
No!
Okay, right. So whilst we slowly have the recovery team, safety cars among the track. Okay, just ask you to kind of ignore what's going on as we try and bring the next comedian out onto the stage. You're doing a great job. Go on. Oh no. Yeah, no, you certainly finished the job, yes. You've certainly done that, that's it. Okay, so guys, moving swiftly on, can we please put our hands and feet together, scream uproarious applause, and generally be very happy for the introduction of Mr. Ludo Cinelli!
Hello. I'm called Ludo, no relation to the popular board game of the same name. We actually had a double act together a while back, which mostly involved me sitting on stage playing Ludo by myself, but we broke up for creative differences. We couldn't really decide who got to play who. I'm from Italy, that's why I'm called Ludo. I don't think I let that define me in any way. My Italian grandfather thinks homosexuality is a disease. He is also a doctor. I wish at least one of those statements were lies. My Italian grandfather is a Catholic, and hence he's against abortions, but he's also against research towards extending the lifespan, the maximum lifespan of a human. I guess in that sense he's pro-life and also pro-afterlife. When I was 16, my granddad took me aside and said, Ludo, if you don't procreate, you'll be the first in a string of hundreds of years of Italians that don't pass on their genetic material. And I thought about it for a bit, and then I stuck my balls in the microwave to make sure that happened. I used to be called the Italian stallion due to my alleged sexual prowess. Now I'm known as the Italian station due to my lack of hygiene and low standards of efficiency. I asked my granddad for advice in a poetry versus stand-up night, and he said, "Well, Ludo, you have to do what Italians do in every conflict. It's worked for hundreds of years. It's the ABC strategy. So A stands for argue. So what you do first is you argue. Hey, Ben Norris.
Yeah.
Poetry's shit.
I disagree.
Well, I lost that argument. But it's all right. This is all right. This is all part of how ABC works. If A doesn't work, then you move straight to B, which is bribe. Ben, I got €5.
I live in England.
Shit.
I'll take it.
What?
€5.
Yeah, I'll give it to you afterwards. So that's not worked either, especially given the current economic climate in Italy. I can only afford €5 to bribe someone to throw the match with. But we move on to the best part of the ABC plan, which is C, which is of course capitulate. Ben, can I be on the poetry team, please? Please, Ben.
Yes.
Listen, I can rhyme. I can do all the rhymes. You know, rhyme, crime, dime.
You've done a grizzly pair. I've seen you there. You're in.
Join. Don't interrupt me in my made-up rhymes. Well, I'm glad because these guys. Why aren't we all poets?
We all are poets inside.
Shut up!
You pretentious twats.
Ludo Tonelli, ladies and gentlemen! Yes, cool. Oh, actually, shit, there was a load of smashed glass there. Tyler, you're an idiot. Oh, that voice cries too little too late again. I've already done it. I'll move this as well. Just in case. There we are. And you can never be too safe. There you go, Ludo. There we are, right. So, guys, we all know what time it is. It's time to vote. It's time to vote. I'm going to give you some thinking time to tally your cakes. Your thinking time is finished. You guys are now going to have to put up your vote cards. Are you ready? You ready? Before you do so, because this is a pretty big moment now. There's loads of big moments in people's lives. This is one of mine. I just want to say, how are people feeling right now? Oh, I love this timid audience. That's good. How are you feeling? Yeah, I think I'm good. Yeah. I'll write it down on my Facebook. Perfect. Okay, so you're feeling all right. A little tense. I'm feeling very tense. But let's get it over and done with. Ladies and gentlemen, show your cards now! I think that's another pretty easy one. Ladies and gentlemen, I declare victory to the comedians! And we all know what that means, don't we? Oh, trash talk. Yeah! This is why we're here. So, For those of you that aren't quite with us, the poets won the first super round. The comedians won the second super round. The third super round now goes down to the trash talk round. Yes. Yes. So what we're gonna do? Yeah, no, fucking applaud it. Yes. Oh yeah. Yes. Yes. What we're going to do is we're going to get you guys, I've disobeyed the first rule of acting again. We're going to get you guys, you're going to line up, okay? You're going to line up, and you're going to get one go, a response, and then one go, a response, and then you're going to go and sit down. And then it comes to the next. What do you mean? He gets to go at saying something. He gets.
Or he got.
Go at saying something trashy. And then this person responds to that, and then we all go, okay. And then he gets to go, or she gets to go saying something trashy, and then they respond to that, and then we all go, okay. And then you sit down, yeah? Cool. And then, yeah? It was. That's okay, right. Okay, so we're gonna do that. So guys, can you line up? So form a line down to here, so the first person going is here, and you guys form a line down here, so the first person going is here. I will be the independent adjudicator / microphone holder, unless the emotion sways so much that you take the microphone off me. Okay? So line up, yeah, right up against the railings, guys. Make sure there's some kind of, there's no real order there, that's just kind of like a group. We want more of an orderly line. Yeah, the comedians have got it, look, it's an orderly line. I know who's going first, I know who's going second, alright? Okay, great. Oh! Punk's not dead. Ben. It's trash talk. It's just talking. There we are. Right. Okay. Okay. If you guys are feeling kind of nervous right now, I was feeling nervous before coming out tonight, and a new Italian friend of mine told me, said that before you go out on stage, right, so as Italians, we always do it before we go out on stage, you just have to go, tanto merde. And I went, okay, tanto merde. Great. Yeah, that sounds really nice, like a really uplifting kind of, yeah, I don't know what that is, but that really like fills me with hope, I feel good. I said, yeah, that's great, what does it mean? He went, it means shit in Italian. Yeah, so just if you're feeling nervous, you say tanto merde. You say shit, and then you go ahead, alright? Are you ready?
Shit.
Okay. I do like a gladiators kind of thing. Poets, are you ready? Yeah! Comedians, are you ready? Yeah! Audience, are you ready? Yeah! Poets, you're going on my first whistle. Yeah. Okay, so the poets, you're going to start, then you're going to respond, and then you're going to start, and then you're going to respond, okay? Are we ready?
Yes.
Are we ready? Keep all these in mind, because you're going to only get to vote once, and that's right at the very end, okay? Alright? Okay, great. Without any further... No, let's start with the drum roll. Let's make this big. Yeah, let's make this big. Start with the drum roll. Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now introducing to you the crazy, the mental, the awesome trash talk of Mr. Ben Norris. Go!
Stand-up comedy makes me feel like Morrissey in two ways. It says nothing to me about my life, and I go home and I cry and I want to die.
What do you say about that trash talk, Ashley?
Well, poetry makes me feel like you are Morrissey, and that you're basically unintelligible, and I will cheer if you come on in snobs, but not really know all the words.
Ash, it's your turn to go first. What are you going to say?
Okay, well, there's many reasons why this isn't the Game of Thrones universe, and I'm pretty sure we're all very upset about that. But if we were in the Game of Thrones universe, the Dothraki wouldn't have a word for you. Yeah, yeah. And if they did have a word for you, it would probably vaguely translate in English to shit poet.
Ashley's laid the smackdown. Ben, how did you respond?
Imagine a Venn diagram. Already lost most of the poets. Over here is everything. And over here is both what Jon Snow knows and what stand-up comedy does to us. Nothing. Nothing. I don't watch Game of Thrones, but I've been on BuzzFeed, which is where that's from.
And that was the response of Ben Norris. Yes. Guys, team captains, sit down. Take your seats. Okay. Okay, right. Okay, we're going to go again. We're going to go again. All right, are you ready? You guys ready? You guys ready? You guys ready? Nick Charlesworth, ready? Let's go.
At our jokes, you will laugh off your arse, but your rhymes are about as deep as what's left in this glass. Now your ass on the floor, it does lie. We can kick it without even lifting our feet very high.
Lily, how do you respond?
A poem, eh? Hey, I've got a joke for you.
That's awesome.
Shh, just go and look in that mirror.
Okay, yeah, alright. Yeah, now Lily, it's your turn to go first. What have you got to say? Trash talk, you're up.
Go! Fucking go!
Have you ever thought about entering Eurovision Song Contest?
How do you respond to that, Nick?
I mean, I barely feel I need to grace that question with a response. Would I enter Eurovisions like some spandex-clad punks?
It was trash talk, guys, sit down! Okay, you guys are done. You guys are done. Okay, we got 3 left on each side. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? I'm ready. Ben, let's go.
So, who likes to laugh? So you've got a very easy job, right?
Who likes to cry? Your job's even fucking easier.
Come on, boys, ramp it up. Come on. Come on. We want a little more. We want a little trash here. We want a little talk here. Hit us with your trash talk, Ludo. Go.
Ben, I look at you and I see a massive fucking hipster. The kind of hipster that you've never heard of.
So, I believe that line is from a poem that you wrote, right?
Takes one back, yeah, take a seat. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Come on, very good, bit of trash talk. I absolutely love this. Can this be my like full-time job? I just want to witness trash talk all the time. Okay, so the poets began first last time, so Doc, we're going to hand the microphone over to Daniel Maroney, and Daniel Maroney's got this to say. What?
Dalton, they do baths, don't they? Oh yeah!
Go, James, go.
There are china makers in Cheltenham that make sinks and toilets as well. And in light of your glasses, I'd have to say it's very true to stand out in unoriginality that you've all been wearing the same pair.
Go. Okay, James, you've got to go first now. Go.
Stand-up comedy is ableist because it discriminates against those who can't stand.
Oh.
A couple of things as a rebuttal to that. Lily's joke wasn't original. Lily's joke wasn't original. It was about mirrors, and it's been done before by comedy. And also, James, you were sitting down.
Trash. Invoice me for the mic. Yeah, that kind of Yeah, you kind of confirmed his point a little there. But hey, it was certainly talk, so he's got 50% of what the aim was there. Okay, so here we go now, down to the final two. Ooh, yeah, stare each other in the eyes a bit, go on. Look at each other. Yeah, go on, look at each other. Be angry, get a bit mean, be a bit angry. Yeah, just look at him. Yeah, alright, here we go. Yeah, bit of trash talk, are you ready? Bit of trash talk, are you ready? Bit of trash talk, are you ready? Bit of trash talk, let's go.
We're going to conscientiously object.
Yeah, we already
decided.
Here it comes.
Jack's made of straw.
Scarier than you.
I just wanted to go on the microphone.
I'm not quite sure what has happened there, ladies and gentlemen. But I know that I definitely need a lukewarm bath after all of that. So, ladies and gentlemen, with the exception of Jack Crow and Mr. Ellis Tucker, who refused to trash talk, we did have some great talk of trash. I'm pretty sure we can all agree. We also had some very bad talk of trash, but there was some great trash talk in there. Now it's up to you guys to decide who trash talked the trashiest. Who talked trash the talkiest. Ladies and gentlemen, it is your time to decide between, and I mean this is the final decider now. Who wins this wins the night of slammed up comedy. Comedy is red, poetry is blue. I'll give you some thinking cakes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's vote! Oh, boys, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna have to declare a victory to the comedians! And the comedians literally swept the floor with them. Okay, so we've got our winner, we've got our loser. We're just going to get one final comment from both captains before I will close the night down. And I'll pass the mic on to Lily after this. So, team captain, how do you feel?
I can't fucking see right now. Yeah!
Team captain, how do you feel?
I think two things. Like, they're both quite sure. We did win already. And the other one is that they need your validation so much more than we do, so that's okay.
Still trash talk. Nope.
Thank you for giving it to us!
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Slammed Up Comedy! Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. Thank you so much for coming. A lot of us are going to Snobs now, so you can come to that if you want as well. I think what we can all take from this is that genre doesn't exist, and so there is no winner between poetry and comedy. Thank you all very much for coming, and come and see Joe 13th, 14th, 15th of June. Really appreciate your support. Good night.